Can't find good content on YouTube to figure out how to change the seal in a Magna Fuel ProStarr 500. Here's your opportunity. I'm gonna do a quick video, show you guys after I pull it out the car, get the seal changed, and you'll be able to see some stuff in detail what normal people don't. I don't have a professional shop, but there's not enough information out on YouTube. I'd try to do things. I know a lot is in the editing power, all that stuff. I don't know how people have the time to try to do stuff. Take it apart, explain stuff. Yeah, I know that there's time lapse and all that stuff. Yeah. But this is what we got. We got a Magna Fuel 500 ProStarr. I'm doing the O-ring replacement for the bottom. I already replaced the O-ring. Anybody with basic skills could pretty much do this themselves. Very easy to do. The old seal literally disintegrated, right? I mean, it was that bad. So I went ahead and took off the filter. A lot of my gaskets, I worn because I guess the farmer owner of the vehicle, just reuse the same stuff. So I'll try my best. This is an old seal. It literally was brittle. So of course, everybody knows the symptoms. What starts it if you have this Magna fuel system? Fuel was leaking out of the weep hole, actually just sitting down without even turning the pump on, right? So I'm just cleaning it out right now, cleaning out the strainer, which actually had a lot of plastic debris. I don't know if you could see down in there real well. Don't have the best camera as I try to get it to focus. Come on, there you go. So there was some plastic debris in there. The whole only one way it goes on deal, eccentric shaft kind of deal once it sits down in there. I mean, there you go. See, you pretty much play with it until you find it. It'll find itself. Not hard to do. I got the seal kit here that was given me by a fellow racer, which I will reciprocate by doing the same thing. So of course you just match up the seals. This one is used. That's trash. This seal, possibly I could use it for that. I'm not sure. I think that's actually the top seal. If I can get this one out. It's difficult trying to do things with one hand, of course, right? But all the seals are here. I think this one is more the same as this one. So yeah, I'll replace that seal. This one, I'll replace the seals necessary, put it back together. Of course, this seal sits right here. So the new one, when I take it out, I'll put that one there. Real quickly, this goes back in here. When I'm ready, I could set this in here. It's not a big deal. That's just the way how I got it. Of course, it's as simple as the motor. Stabbing the motor in, lining back up the screws, right? I like to do things quick. Everybody try to keep it to 20 minutes, 15 minutes to sell ads, all that stuff. I might go back and try to do like a replication to show you the starting point. But again, if you have any mechanical knowledge, as I'm trying to switch hands, right? I mean, this is as simple as just stab it back in, 2 bolts. Try not to mess with the stator too much. I'm not changing the bearing. I'm not changing none of that stuff. This was just a seal replacement. Even though I clean up the shaft, I got the WD-40 out. A little bit of pre-lube. Help out with that stuff. I got the top of this. This then goes down in that seal. You got this washer to put on first. Spin on whatever. Then the nut. Right? Again, I'll take it all apart. I'm not changing out any of the bearings. He gave me the bearings. I'll add another kit back. All that stuff is supposed to come in a kit. So, again, this is a Magna Fuel 500. I got a bracket car. Maybe I'll show you pictures of videos or include that in the video. Not sure. Running the Alls products, of course, the big braided steel lines, the fittings, all that stuff. Yeah. I'll probably take a video. Got another inline filter, simple one to deal with, right? Just hold the top squared out, another inline filter. So I really got 2 filters before I get to the pressure regulator, and I got the return going back to the tank. You can't see it, but I'll show you when it's installed in the vehicle. Yeah, I got all the other toys and whatnot sitting right here with me. Might as well go ahead, turn this back upside down, right? So easy you could do it with one hand. But I'll stop the motor first, and then go ahead and deal with the pump. Put the pump back in, but the veins, all that stuff, eccentric again, make sure all this stuff is clean. I already lubricated it. You got seals, probably replace that seal even though the seal got there. You know it's a seal in the kit. Your 4 bolts again, you can see how, with the fuel, the discoloration. So I'll clean those up, put them back in with WD-40. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the video short. I'm not trying to sell a bunch of ads. I don't think this will have 20,000 views because there's not a lot of racers out there that don't know how to do this stuff. But if you got one used off of eBay, however it goes, at least I'll be able to give you some insight because not everybody holds a camera clearly, shows clear pictures, clear video, gets in depth, and there's always a bunch of jargon about what's going on. So I'll patch this together with some editing and show the next step when I got it put back together. Again, starting with the motor first. I'll start the motor first, get that set up. Should I could do most of that with one hand. I'll pause the video real quick, pick it back up after I clean the shaft. Alright, back at it. Clean up the filter the best that I could. I'm not too concerned about it because it caught all the stuff. Decided to have a second filter. That's where that should sit. Matching up this gasket to this one. Same size. Put a new one on. Just let that sit there. I'm not changing this gasket because it didn't leak. Just inspect. It's fine. Put that on. Again, it fits only one way. Don't forget the seal. The same way it came out, up. Refocus and putting it back up. Same way. So it's real tight. It's washed out. So I just spin it on. Again, this has been used for some time, so spin on this one. It's already at 7 minutes, so you know what it is. I'll pick it back up at the next interval when I got this tightened up. Which I'm about to tighten it up right now. Everybody likes sizes. What is it? 14mm socket. Focus. 14. There you go. Tighten it down. 3/8 style ratchet. Of course, I'll hold it down, put some pressure, and then we go to the next step. Alright, got it flipped over. This is the old gasket. It's been flattened out somewhat, little bit. So since the kit comes with a new one, and I'm replacing it anyway, put the new gasket in. Simple as that. I forgot to tell you guys, as I paused the video, but I put the basket in the freezer, trying to get it to shrink. So let me see how well that's gonna go after putting that trick they show you. Some of them tell you put the whole aluminum pump case in if you can't get this out. I'm gonna go grab it out the freezer real quick, be right back. Straight out the freezer, you can see the frost. I'll put some lube on the case real quick. Remember, this only goes one way, as you see the frost. And there it is right there. I mean, some other people's video you can't see it, so at least you saw mine clearly. And look, fell right in. And trust me, minutes ago was an issue. Now no issue. Gasket is in place. We come over. Don't worry about the magnets for the vane. If you can hold them in, fine. If you can't, like when they fall out like that, that's fine. Secret they don't tell you, as they already fell out any which way. Secret the guys don't tell you is that it's magnetic. So I think there's only one way you could put it in. You can't really mess it up. Right? Alright, here we go. Seals in. I got two of them still stuck in there. I'm gonna put it in anyway. Bam, the pump fits in. Wonder if I got it upside down or not. I'll find out when I test it. We'll find out when we test it. Missing one. Here we go. That looks like it. Pretty much. Got the back end plate. Again, simple. I'm trying to keep this video short. I'm not trying to sell you any ads. I got the gasket in place. Right? New gasket. It's the plate. Everybody knows how to put bolts in. You already took them out. 4 bolts with the Phillip head on them. I'll put some lube on them. Press pause and tighten them up. Got them tightened up. Don't want to put too much force on them to mess up the screws, of course, right? But I tighten them up where I'm comfortable. I have everything else in place. The only thing now is to set it back in the car. That's tight. That's tight. Set it back in the car and I'll show you guys a video of in the car. I'm not gonna mess with that. Again, that's simple enough. I'll probably do another video for that or something. Next, get the fuel pump wired up in the car. Pay no attention to that. That's just temporary. But fuel pump is installed. I got some stuff to button up. Put just enough fuel in the tank. I am going to pause the video until I can get around to hit the switch because I'm doing this myself. Alright, I'm at the switch site. I'm going to power up the ignition. And I have 11.9 volts. Okay. Fuel pump on. Up. Sounds like it's pressuring up. Let's check the gauge. Straight 7 pounds. Well, that looks like one. 8 pounds. There you go. Consistent 8 pounds of pressure. This thing sounds quiet. Regulator's happy. Do we got any spill back? Yup, it's splashing back in the tank as you could see. And I'm gonna kill that for circulation. Good pump, good pressure. Put that back in. We're checking for leaks. Down as the seal gets worn in. I'm gonna shut the fuel pump off. That's a lot of residual pressure.